long time no see. I just watched the Backrooms, and let me tell you, there was a lot of yellow, obviously. A highly anticipated movie for the beloved horror game, The Backrooms. This movie was insane. Now, I'm no movie critic. I'm not here to talk about all these tiny things that were terrible or whatever. I try to enjoy the movie as best as I can, then talk about the things that confused me. Good thing is that I have actually played the Backrooms game together with my friends, so I could understand a good chunk of the movie. I think the game we played was Escape the Backrooms, and because it was so good, we decided to watch the Backrooms movie. Now we're also going to play Backrooms Escape together. Will I make a video on it? I don't think I can because of some of the things my friends say, but we'll see. Anyway, the movie was amazing. I'm not going to spoil the movie. I'm just here to explain why it was so good to me. So we have the main characters, Clark and Mary, played by... Oh, I'm gonna say this so wrong. Chiwetel Ejiofor and Renata Rainsby. Oh, I think that's how you say it. It was lovely to see actors cast for their skill and talent rather than how popular they are in Hollywood. They did an amazing job. I will say I was very convinced by their performance. It really made me forget they are actors, which I think is something that should be core to acting. Now, a lot of people probably don't understand what the Backrooms are, myself included. I think this movie does give a decent understanding of how it works. Keep in mind, it's a horror movie and a lot of people want to have nightmares, which means they kind of have to have played the game before to understand it. So this movie is like a prequel, something that will build up everyone's knowledge together so that we can all understand what the Backrooms are. I liked how they didn't complicate things. There were probably 4 main settings you would see. One was the furniture store Clark, our main protagonist, worked in. Second was Mary's workplace. I think it's some sort of private therapy clinic. I think the third would be Mary's old house that she used to live in. And of course, the final setting would be the Backrooms. That corn or mustard or lemon yellow that you see on all the promotional stuff is the Backrooms. Why was making it simpler so impactful? Well, to me, it kind of felt claustrophobic. The world was portrayed very simple, very small. It was only until they introduced the Backrooms that you start to think about a bigger, scarier world. I think the posters for the Backrooms were pretty spot on at showing this. I mean, the first one with Mary's face on the wall just shows you how claustrophobic it can get. And the second one is basically telling you no one is allowed to leave. I guess if someone saw this and they didn't play the Backrooms, they'd probably be like, why am I watching a movie about a woman admiring her yellow wall? So the movie starts with Clark trying to recover from his divorce with his ex-wife. He goes to therapy and that's where he meets Mary. She's his therapist, and through their conversations you get to see what kind of life Clark has been living. You also get to see Mary's life in other scenes when she's by herself thinking about her past. It's really quite sad, and part of me thinks that's why she became a therapist. Anyway, Clark works at a furniture store and it sells absolutely jack it sells nothing. And this is how a lot of stories go. Normal everyday life, they do something, then something seems a little off, they interact with whatever it is that's off, and they mess something up, and oh, a door appears. Ha ha ha. What I mean by door is a wall that has an invisible opening in it. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but did the game start with you going through a wall? I know later in the games there are some levels where you go through them and there's a bunch of creepy smiley douches chasing you. So yeah, Clark goes through, finds the Backrooms, and he's all excited like, oh my god, there's so much stuff here. Stuff happens, Mary goes in there too, they're both stuck, she's running around yelling and screaming, and yeah, that's the movie without spoiling it. I could analyze it and break it down, but I don't want to ruin the experience. Don't get me wrong, I wanted to see some skinwalkers and some familiar levels, but it works as a good first movie for a line of hopefully greater movies that don't get ruined the longer Hollywood keep making them. Kung Fu Panda, Transformers, Wreck-It Ralph. Oh, Ice Age, oh my, that disgusting last movie. Anyway, I love these movies up until the last ones. And then I said, that's it, I'm done. There are some good sequels though, like the new Toy Story seems to have a pretty good storyline around electronic toys. All the How to Train Your Dragon movies are insane, and the Puss in Boots Last Wish movie was one of, if not the best of that year, which was what, 2025? So A24, that's the entertainment company that made Backrooms. Don't screw this up. You made an amazing first movie, and I'm hoping the next ones are just as good. I don't need to see jump scares every 5 minutes or have blood and screaming throughout the entire movie. Just having that freaky, claustrophobic atmosphere is enough for me to feel scared. So I hope I haven't spoiled anything. I loved the Backrooms movie. Even after playing the game, I still think this was really well done. Not a lot of action, but a good foundation for other people to understand. I will say it's still very complicated, which is why at the end they get some guy to explain it all to you. But apart from that, it's great. I'm going to give this movie an 84 out of 100 because some people like ratings. That's a distinction. That's pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. A lot of you have probably already watched the movie, so just, tell me what you thought of the movie. I would love to hear from you guys. And for those of you who haven't, don't be like my friend who said he'll watch it next year because he's too cool. I suggest you watch it right now. I haven't been uploading a lot because of uni. Yeah. And life. It's hard to do so many things at once when you don't know what you want to do. But I guess, I know, that's life and I'll get through it somehow. They're always telling you gotta think about the future and you gotta think about being independent. Money. I'll deal with this somehow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.